St. Francis seems to be this character who transcends time. There's a story about when Pope John Paul was trying to get a world faith event happening. The only place that people would agree to meet in was Assisi, from all the different faiths around the world, because he seemed to transcend the boundaries of Christianity as well, and is an impelling figure for people outside of the Christian world too.
Yeah.
What do you think it is about the essence of St. Francis that draws people to that?
I think the essence is something that's deep within him. It's that concept of renunciation. Not the renunciation of the world in a negative way, but actually renunciation from a positive point of view. And I suppose there is that meeting with the Sultan where we see an element to understand the other. There's lots of concepts within Francis's life that would speak to those who were drawn towards the Buddhist tradition. And I think it's that concept of renunciation, of saying, well, actually, you don't have to accept things as they are, that you have to look at our world, that you have to have a sense of repentance, and that for Francis, that repentance comes as a form of voluntary renunciation. There's no compulsion within it. It's something that's done. And through that renunciation, I think the one thing that shines out for me is the concept of humility. And Francis is in many ways a very austere figure, but he's also very earthy as well. He's not so spiritual as to be of no earthly use. He is a person who is able to take what I think is the true principle of the incarnation through Christ and actually live it out by saying to people, well, look, life can be different. And when you grow up in a working class steel town, as I did, where I'm now a parish priest, you see, in some ways, against the backdrop of some of the unemployment, poverty we saw in the 1980s, and some, especially, intolerance of people who were different to themselves. Against that backdrop, I saw Francis as promoting something that was radically countercultural, because he said, well, hang on, you don't have to accept things as they are. And sometimes that would be painful and difficult, but ultimately you win through in the end. So I think that's what drew me to it, and that's what keeps me in it.